Okay, again, math pre-assessment for the trades OEAP. This time we're going to go through long division. So this question here, we kind of got to figure out how to set it up as long division. A lot of times we can end up backwards when we do this. It says 7,237 divided by 43. If we wrote it as a fraction, it looks like this. Fractions also mean division. Okay. This number divided by this number. So when we go to set up long division, okay, we usually use this symbol here for our long division. The number on the top of the fraction goes underneath. Okay? So, that becomes 7,237. The number on the bottom of the fraction goes on the outside, 43. Now, subtraction is just subtraction. Did I keep saying that? Sorry, division. Division is glorified subtraction. Really what this says is I take 7,237 and I subtract 43. And I do it once. And then whatever that number is, I subtract 43 again. And then that gives me a new number. And then I subtract 43 again. Okay? And the amount of times I do that is technically our answer here. That's all that it is. So if you ever get really stuck, just start doing a whole bunch of subtraction. It'll take a very long time, though. That's why we do division. It's a much faster way than just doing all this glorified subtraction. So, we start with our ones column. Does 43 fit into the number 7? No. Doesn't fit in at all the 7. So you can put a 0 there. Does 43 fit into 72? How many times? And how did you know that? What is it times 2? 6 and an 8. Usually what you do is kind of look at the tens column and it'll give you a good idea. Okay? 4 by 2 would give me 8. This number must be greater than 80, so it won't fit in there. So it only goes in once. What is 1 times 43? 43. So we take that value and we subtract it from 72. We can't take 3 out of 2, so we have to borrow. This becomes a 9, 29. What do I do from here? That's right, we have to bring down the next column. So the next thing we have to figure out is how many times does 43 go to 293? And what I want you to do is kind of focus on the tens column. How many times does 4 go into 29? 4 by 4 is 16. We can get it a couple more times than that. 6 times. 4 would go into 29 6 times, so let's try times 6. And that might bring us something very, very close. So I'm going to kind of do that on the side here. 43 by 6. What is 6 by 3? 18. Good. Carry the 1. 25. Okay. 258. Do you think 258 is the number we're looking for? How can we test it to figure this out? We can add another 43 to it. And if we go above it, then that's the number. If we're still below, then we need it to go 1 up. So let's add 43 to this number. What does it give us? 301. So this is definitely our number. It goes in 6. And the number is 258. So we subtract again. We'll have to borrow. This becomes a 5. This becomes a 3. And that's 0. So 35. Okay? 35 is lower than 43, so that's good. We used the right correct number. We bring down our 7. Same idea as before. How many times does 4 go into 35? 8 times. So let's try 8. It might end up being 9. Let's find out. So 43 by 8. 8 times 3 is, 8 times 4. 32 plus 2 is 34. That looks pretty close. Let's add 43 one more time. That becomes 7, 8, 387. No, doesn't work. So it's got to be the value of 8. So it goes in 8 times, and the number is, 344. When we subtract, what are we finding this last time? The remainder. So let's subtract here. This becomes 3, 13. So our answer is 168 with a remainder of 13. Okay? Do they want you to do decimals in this?
They said you did though.